Hey, happy what's the day? Day 6. I'm like borderline on my birthday. So I guess it'll technically be my birthday by the time I'm done with this stream, but I'm excited. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure my life out, but it's all good. I mean, I'm just taking everything one day at a time. Okay, now I don't even know how I'm supposed to say this name, but welcome in. I'm usually so good. I'm usually so good. Oh, Martin, just Martin. Okay. Hmm. I feel like it had to be something way more complicated, but welcome in. How's it going? This music is like super mellow, which is like, I feel like I'm gonna put people to sleep. I feel like I might put myself to sleep. Let's see. I need something like a little bit, just a little tiny bit more upbeat. Okay. Same channel. It's Lo-Fi Geek, same channel, but this one. Oh, I can't use this one. Oh, make my life difficult. But anywho, how's it going, everybody? Yeah, today I'm gonna find something to listen to. But today I'm gonna pick up where I left off on the fastai material. So yesterday I started training the image classifier example. Yeah, I like the music, like lo-fi and stuff. It's just that last one was starting, or the first one I should say, it was starting to sound like lullaby music. And I need something just like a little tad bit more upbeat. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just being extra today. I've been listening to the same one over and over again. Mm-mm-mm-mm. And then I have to get something that's like, copyright safe. That's usually that's the big one. We can listen to Tokyo Lo-Fi. Okay, I like that. I like that. I need to be like making some lo-fi, but I just haven't really got around to it. So, like I was mentioning, I left off, let's see. I pretty much leave my stuff open from week to week or from day to day, but I left off on I'm a good way through the notebooks for lesson 1. Now, the only thing is yesterday I was trying to run the example on my computer, and that was just not a good idea. I thought maybe I would at least be able to run the training for like maybe at least the first few examples locally, but yeah, no. So I'm just gonna see where I'm gonna run my notebooks from now on. I thought about going to Paperspace because I want to see how their platform is. I haven't used it in a long time, and Gradient is like their notebook option. I usually use Google Colabs for my notebooks, um, so that's like a default. But I thought they said that they had these notebooks all set up somewhere too, because they recommend Kaggle. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to the book and then see if there are some links directly to Kaggle or something like that. Making lo-fi, yeah, man. I'm like, I need to just sit down and do it one day. And I have, oh my goodness, I have a lot of new I have a lot of new instruments that I have not even touched. I have a brand new acoustic guitar. Because I want to get back into learning to play guitar, which it has been a long time since I played. I also have an electric, but I'd never play it, literally ever. So I gotta take it to get fixed up. And I have a brand new keyboard. I have a Yamaha PSRE 373. So yeah, back in the day, I don't know, some people probably don't even know this, but before I ever got into tech, like I studied music for years. I was a vocal performance major when I first got to college. So I studied classical music for like 3 almost 4 years in college, and then I studied classical music all while I was in high school, so that was like almost 10 years straight. And I always played instruments as well. Like I started playing, my first instrument was well, I always say my first instrument was voice because I was like one of those kids that literally was singing before I could talk. um but my first instrument was violin. In elementary school I learned to play violin. um and then feel however you want to feel about the recorder, because people don't represent the recorder. Like the recorder is a real instrument. I know it's like a little it seems like a little like toy instrument, which it kind of is. But when I was in fifth or sixth grade, I think we had like a really good music program, and when we learned how to play our recorders like in real life, so we did concerts and stuff. So yeah, technically I played the recorder, which made me want to learn some woodwind instruments. And also, Martin, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, I played the recorder. I played the violin. In middle school, I didn't do too many instruments in middle school. Then in high school, I sang for 4 years. Um, and that's when I kind of started to learn how to tinker with piano, just because it's really like a crucial part of singing. Like, being able to, I mean, it's not essential, but it's like if you want to be able to learn your music and stuff like that independently, yeah, you have to. And I was one of those kids that was like, our choir program was really, really involved. We traveled, we did competitions, all that. So, and I was a leader, a section leader in the choir. And I was in like our small ensembles and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was my whole life. Um, and it's been like a while since I spent like a decent amount of time on music. Like, I don't necessarily perform anymore because I'm like, I sing all the time. Like, whether it sounds good or not doesn't matter. Like, that's just how I express myself. So, like, if like people that live with me or have to be around me for a lot of time, they know. Like, you're gonna catch me singing at some point. Because that's just me. But I still feel like I feel really detached from music right now. So I've been thinking about making some lo-fi, and I have other stuff too. Like I have a new keyboard. I have a new acoustic, but I also have other equipment. Like I have a groove box. What other kind of stuff do I have? I have other like gadgety type things. So yeah, I need to learn some software and just start making some stuff. But I have a long list of things to do. I always wanted to learn piano. When I was in college and I was studying music, because I was a voice major, every other person who was in a music college that was a music major, they had their primary instrument and then they could choose any other secondary instrument. But if voice was your primary instrument, you had to choose piano or keyboard. So I was forced to play keyboard at that point, which was not the most ideal way for me to go about it. But now I have more of an interest to do it, like personally. I have a personal motivation. So I was doing a lot of research, and I ended up settling on getting a Yamaha. Like I said, it's the Yamaha PSR 373. So I want to say it's less than 250, probably around that range. And I got it because I wanted a good mid range, like something that's good to start on, but also I can work with it for a decent amount of time before I have to consider upgrading. I also wanted something that was going to be MIDI compatible or USB compatible, so that I won't have to buy a extra MIDI keyboard. And I also got that one because it has like a instruction mode built in to help you play certain songs, and they even have like they have an online store where you can go and load in other songs, like you can basically continue to add on to what's built in. What else I wanted? I think that one is, let me see, I could just look it up. I got a box right here. I'm just like promo and stuff right now, but just because, like I said, I was actually looking into this to choose mine, and it was gonna be either between this and a Casio. I forget the model. It might be like a 310 or something like that. Um, but yeah, this one 61 key. It was like a good sweet spot, and I'm pretty sure I got it for like 249 or something. Um, you could get it somewhere between 200 and 250, depending on where you find it. And then, I technically have a new microphone, which is the one that I'm on right now, which is different than my old microphone because I don't know. I'll probably get off into random stuff nobody cares about, but I have two different microphone styles. So I have, this is a dynamic microphone, but my other microphone was a condenser microphone. So those two just kind of have different use cases, I guess you could say. So if I do want to like record, do any type of singing or anything like that, I have two different microphones depending on what I need. So yeah, I'm like, it's good to have those other outlets besides just like strictly programming. Um, I think programming is very creative as well. It's a different form of expression, So, and Preacher always has these like videos of I don't know, he does like live coding. Like, wait, how do you describe it, Preacher? I would say live coding, but when I think about live coding, I think about this, like what I'm doing on Twitch. When he talks about live coding, it's like literally in real time writing code that is like performing a song in real time with code. I want to show y'all. Hold on. I know we got some in Discord. Unless you have something new that you would share with us, Preacher. But I'm about to find one of these videos because I think y'all should see this. It's so cool. But yeah, if you want to learn an instrument, man, it's never too late. And nowadays, there's so many different ways to learn. I found this one app that they had a. Oh my goodness, I can't get on Discord. They had the app had they had a guitar version of the app and they had a piano version of the app. I think they had a vocal one as well, but the piano version or the guitar version, obviously for like an acoustic or something, it's not even possible to hook up to your device. With a piano, if you are able to connect through directly to your device, then it can pick up the sounds that way, like if it's more of a MIDI style. But even if you just play the instrument out loud, basically, it can detect the notes and everything through the microphone of like your phone or tablet or something like that. So that's pretty cool as well because like it's a lot of apps that have a nice flow to help you learn, and some you can learn visually and things like that. So oh my goodness, we're getting real usernames on Discord. Thank you for that. Go back. I was trying to actually see that, but as soon as I moved it, it kind of jumped up. What's going on in here? Did I miss something? Oh, Dookie showing love, y'all. Okay, so it would be in code, I think. Oh, look, here's a post I never finished. I think I put this in another channel. Colorscape. Oh, that sounds like. But I thought there was a. Mm, it's a lot of these videos in here. I want to see this one because I think this one was here. Let me pause this other. I think this one was like somebody was playing. Wait, wait, wait. I'll see if I can make it bigger. I don't think I can because it's full screen. Hopefully y'all can actually see. So they're set like small samples already coded out and then just swapping between them, comment some in, comment some out to like literally play in real time. I like seeing stuff like this. This is in Sonic Pi. Yeah, so that's interesting, right? I'm like, that is, I don't know, man. Stuff like that. I'm like, I never, I thought about and have obviously, like, I've seen that you can generate music with code. I've seen that before. But I always felt like, okay, it would be a situation where you, you program everything out the way that you wanted to play and then it, basically just play the song, more of composing, but that was more of like a live play. So, yeah. It also blew my mind when I saw that as well. So, let's see. I don't know. I might have something like that on my. Where's my Notion board? It's on the wrong desktop. I might actually have something like that on my list right now. I did think it would be cool to make a AI project where I can hum to the project. I can hum to my phone or something like that, and it can transpose it for me. Um, and I've seen that there was some apps like that that like have existed before, but I'm not sure how they were or like how they were really developing out that. So I think the one I saw was called Hum Beats, but it wasn't being maintained or anything like that. It just seemed like something else, like a cool project that I would definitely like. It would be right up my alley. So I do try to keep track of these project ideas nowadays. Oh, so let's do this. VS. Let's go to code. I'm going to update my log for today. Oh, the other thing I'm going to do is I am going to separate my 100 days of code. I'm going to detach it from the original fork because I saw yesterday that I'm not getting contribution credits for my 100 days of code repository, which is kind of annoying to me. Especially because I don't know, it's a motivator for me to try to fill up my contribution graph as well. And in those days where I'm not like, because I'm learning a lot, I'm not always having direct code to commit. My 100 days of code repository and the activity there matters to me personally. Also, I don't really have any intentions to pull in changes from the original, and unfortunately, according to GitHub, that is pretty much the only option that you have. So I'm going to crank this a little bit, but I'm going to detach it. I was going to do it earlier, but I was like, I might as well do this on stream because, yeah. So I closed out my windows. Okay, now basically, if I go to the GitHub, let's see, detach. Man, I gotta sneeze. So I think this is probably similar to what I saw, but what I did was go back into I want to just go back into the GitHub docs. Just because you can get to it that way. So I'm looking at, I think it's going to be under your profile, account and profile, and then under profiles, managing contribution settings. So there's some info here about, different things about contributions on GitHub. But one of the main things that it does show is if you go to the missing contributions option, then you would see there are common reasons that contributions may be missing from your contributions graph. So they do have this option now, but I do want to show you, like, if you kind of scroll through here, there's common things, but one of them, I usually know that the biggest thing is making sure your git config has the right email address attached, so that way when your commits are created, they will use they'll actually be able to tie to your account. Martin, thank you for the follow and thank you for joining us. You know, I'll be here for a little bit. I have to at least get 2 Pomodoro sessions in um on my Fast AI course. So yeah, here like this is the most common problem if your email is not connected, and for that you can basically check your git config settings, which is what I did yesterday, just to double check and make sure that the email under my git config user is user.email. Make sure that is an email that is attached to your GitHub account. If it's not, either you need to add the email address because you might not have done that, or you need to go to GitHub and add whatever email address you have in your config, add that to your profile. And the other thing is, if your commit is made to a fork, fork contributions do not count unless they end up as a part of a pull request. So they have instructions here now in like the more up-to-date version of this article that recommends you go to GitHub support, and you can detach from there. Now, this virtual agent also actually shows up in GitHub support, so I'm not going to click on it yet because I know it's going to click on for me automatically, but you could just click on that and you'll see how that looks in a minute. So if you do go to the GitHub support page, it has like, you know, stuff like 2FA, account and billing issues, copyright, trademark, or private information removal, report abuse or spam, a bunch of stuff here, restore deleted data, report a bug. And so I have the attach, detach, and reroute forks option. So I can click here and say I want to detach a fork, and see the virtual assistant still actually pops up. So that's a new thing that I don't know how long they've been doing this, but apparently this is built in now. So let's see. A fork is a copy of a repository. Forking allows you to freely experiment without affecting the original project. Are you looking to delete or detach, extract? I know I'm doing detach or extract. The difference between detach and extract is detach would take any sub forks, so any projects that forked off of you would get reparented back to the original repository. So I forked a repository, and then if other people forked from me, then if I detach, then all those people that originally forked from me, their parent would be reassigned from my repository to the original that was forked, basically. But if you extract, then all the forks that are under you are going to be extracted along with your project. So just something to consider. So basically in this case, if I was to extract, that anybody that has forked off of me, their forks will stay as a part of my original project. So I have no reason to really think anybody has forked off of me in particular. So I am going to pick my owner slash repository name of the forked repo. You could put the URL here as well. I know mine, so should be this. But I could also use the URL if I want to as well. Have you committed to this fork? Yes. Okay. Oh, and then they submit a ticket for you. I guess so. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that. And I guess that little agent just kind of saved me from doing this whole project. or this whole process. So I'm gonna see how long it takes them to follow up on that. Did I open VS Code? Yeah, I did. Okay. So I don't think any project is actually open right now. So let's see. File open recent. Let's go to 100 days of code first. I need to update this learning objectives here. Let's do something with this. Let's take the ones that were here. Actually, undo that for a second. Let's take the ones that were here along with the category and put those into let's put those into the log from the the actual one it belongs to, because I'll probably come back to some of those goals for sure, but I want to update this. Read me. Okay, so I would say I'm going to keep improve Python expertise. That is not how you spell contribute. Okay, instead of the educational site, I'm going to say our Notion AI ML Hub, because that's what I've been working on to share. Improve in machine learning. Learn I'm focusing on deep learning. I don't know what, I don't know how that word came out like that. Contribute to open source. Project. I haven't decided on anything for like an open source project, but that is a goal of mine. So, here, let me copy right now. Log is here. Let me copy my learning plan. Command C, read me. Command V. Okay. Oh, I did say one of my goals was by the end of this to be able to implement a research paper. Okay. Because I am learning to, or getting more used to reading research now. So, one of the things I want to be more comfortable with by the end of the 100 days is because I'm also reading papers. So, eventually I want to be comfortable to like try to implement a paper, some type of process in a paper. So, these are my goals right now. I feel like, yeah. Okay, so I'll save that. Let's do this. Get status. That would be update my learning goals for surround. And then the other thing I need is for today. Okay, so let's put day 6 into. Oh shoot, what happened to day 5? Am I did I not do that yesterday? I swear I did that yesterday. I swear I did that yesterday. Oh, you know what? I know what happened. um, get pull. I'm like, I know I did that shit yesterday. I'm so mad at myself. I was not. I told myself to pull first, and I didn't. That's okay though. Let's see. I need to change my default. Trying to decide, do I want to let the rebase be on or fast forward only? I think get config pull.rebase true is what I have been using. So now let's pull. Now let's push. Wait, did I? Oh wait, let me see. My log should be updated then. Yeah, so there's my day 5. Okay, because I did my contribution yesterday from the GitHub UI while I was trying to troubleshoot why my contributions wasn't working. So this is 6. Save. Okay, saved. Yeah. So let's do this. Get status. Yep. Commit. So I'm gonna put my see add day 6 log I need to change my upstream because this is not. Mm, when this was originally. When this was originally. When I originally cloned this, it was with the HTTPS and using my password. Let's do this. I'm just gonna push this one in because I know it's already set. I'm just gonna clone it from SSH. I know I could change the. No, I don't want to discard. I know I could change the up, not the upstream, but the remote URL, but I'm not sure. I want to play around with that. Okay, another thing I want to do is I'm going to create a repository for practical deep learning. It's gonna be a long repo name. It's okay though. Fast AI. CD to get in it. Okay, now let me make a remote to push this one to. So I'm going to use this I don't know if I'm going to make my notebooks directly in here, but what I do know is, so for example, when I do collabs, whenever I do my examples in collabs, then I attach them to a GitHub repository. So my code or my notebooks actually, my code gets backed up to GitHub as well. So I'm going to do something similar with this repository. So now that I did all of that, all I need to do is let's go back to my repositories. I'm gonna make a new one actually up here. Make sure it has this same name as the project. I'll say this. What did I put in my README? I'm gonna put the same thing in my README. I'm not going to add anything because I already created everything from the command line. So now all I need is these last three. Add my remote, add my main branch, and then push. So I'm just going to copy that whole thing. And that one goes here. Oops. Command V. Oops. No. Put it here. And I should be good now. It should, the way it was copied, it has the line breaks in between them. So they run all as separate commands. And now this page should have my repo. Okay. So I'll use this for all of my notebooks moving forward. Unless I break something out into a bigger project. So the ones that I do for practice, I'll do them in here. And then if I do special projects, I'll put those in their own repository. So for example, I'm going to go and have the notebook for lesson 1 from the book. And that one is training a dog and cat classifier. So I'm going to keep those type of examples inside of the repo that I just created. But then if I do my own image classifier example, I'll probably put that in its own project. Okay, so let's click on this because this puts you at lesson 1. And then so here is the Kaggle link that it's recommending. I'm gonna fork this, but just for my own reference, I don't know if I'm gonna use that one. All right. So you can come there and do that. Those are all the notebooks, and it has stuff for the slides and everything too. I saw the Rise extension was in there as well, so I should be able to run those just like with the slideshow format. Every lesson provides direct links to notebooks on Kaggle that are ready for you to start using. Okay. So I see I could set that repo up to paper space, but they say that I should be able to have a link directly to Kaggle every time. I'm not sure I caught that. Most of these are run on Kaggle. If you don't, okay, here's the notebook for this lesson. I already have this one, so I guess this is the one that they want us to use. The problem I have right now in trying to get this material is this is not the same as going through the book, you know? So that's the only confusing part for me right now. Okay, to go to the interactive Jupyter version of any chapter, click the book and you find a list of chapter links. Okay. So, oh yeah, they just using the notebooks and collabs. Okay, fine. So that works for me. Although, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this in another profile because I use another I mean, not GitHub. I use a different Google profile to save all my notebooks. Okay, so let's do it this way. And then what I'll do is I'll attach every notebook. I'll attach it to that repository that I had created. That should work. So for example, here's the first notebook that I was working on yesterday. And then what I can do, what I really like to do is like save a copy in GitHub. Let me auth to GitHub. Use my security key. This is not how I auth to GitHub. Where's my phone? GitHub's two-factor auth confuses me from time to time. Okay, I'm off now. And then the repository I want this one to go to is fastai Practical Deep Learning for Coders. So yeah, you can include a link to the collab and then press OK. Right. So now the other thing I can do just to make sure I stay in sync. Let's go to which one has. This is the one that has that repository. So I'll get pull. And now I should have the other notebook that I just saved. Yep, number 1. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then I have it saved to just have that open in collab link, so it should automatically be able to do what I need to do there. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is let's see, I'm gonna get rid of this 100 days of code. I don't want to get rid of it per se, but it's like I'd rather just reclone it. What am I trying to do? That did not make no sense. I'm just opening stuff. Oh, it's over here. I know I could probably just change the remote URL, but I'm not sure that that's what I want because I want to make sure like that the entire auth flow is set up properly, and I don't know that just changing the URL does that. So instead of just changing the URL on this one, I'm going to, did I close that other window? Yeah. I'm going to move this 100 Days of Code version to practice. Because then if I'm going to experiment with it in there, but now I'm going to clone my SSH version. Here. Clone. Okay. Okay. And they should be in sync because I pushed the changes I had with my logs and everything. So that should be good to go now. That was just some little cleanup that I wanted to do personally. Just to make sure that I stay up to date on all the security measures because I didn't have SSH keys set up on this computer. I had just got this at the beginning of the year. So when I ran my last Git and GitHub workshop, I set up the SSH keys as a part of the demo of the class with the class. So now that I do have that set up, a lot of the repos that were already on my computer from before that I copied from my last Mac, those will probably need to be updated. But at least I did this one. So I have my collab set up here. This is where I left off yesterday. So the thing about this one, oh, that's the code, the GitHub version. Here we go. So I was trying to train. I was trying to train the model yesterday, and it wasn't taking too long, but I did notice my computer was starting to suffer a bit, and the stream was starting to suffer a lot a bit. So I figure I'll just not do that again. But it was a good thing for me to get my Jupyter notebooks running. All right, so I think I skipped some. Let's go to the top. Let's I wonder. This is kind of random, but it's not. Does anybody have good Pomodoro timers in Oh, another thing too is kind of random, but I started lighting some candles like the last couple days while I was coding. I don't know. It's like I'm trying to set a vibe or something. These are like similar to the, not similar to these candles that I usually light if I'm like doing some type of relaxation or meditation or just trying to chill out. So I feel like maybe that'll help me stress less. Um, Tomito. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of looking for something that is not about to sit here and have a whole in-app purchases. I just want something simple right now. So this one has a lot 5 stars, but it's simple. So let's try this one. Wow, all my business. You need all my business. Okay. What is my password? Some decent online ones, yeah. The only thing about the online ones is right now, I have one that's a Chrome extension, but I also kind of feel like I'm trying to have less browsers open. That's the only thing. So I want something that just like it's just on the screen because I'm not even in the same profile that has all those extensions in them. Working sessions, take breaks, track success. Oh, that's a great view of that monitor now. How come I never did that before? Tracking your progress helps you stay motivated. Remember to review your past sessions. Timer widget. Yes, that's what I need. Show the timer widget. Okay. I wanted to. Oh, I am on Do Not Disturb. Okay, good. And it's like nice because y'all can see this. That probably is a little more convenient. So yeah, the one I have been using, Preacher, is it's a Google extension called Marinara Pomodoro Assistant. That's the one I usually use. So let's close extra windows, by the way. Can I make this my homepage? How do I do that? I haven't changed that in a long time. I gotta set that. I gotta set it. Because I like this page to be up whenever we start the stream. Okay. I apologize. Just trying to get myself cozy. Oh, here's the widget right here. It's over here. It's a random little dot on my screen. Hold on, wait, let me do one thing. All right, 25 minutes. I'm feeling kind of good too. I might end up staying up late tonight and getting some work done. Not just like on this, but some videos and stuff I've been wanting to work on. I'll need to check and see how this training stuff is working as far as pricing and availability and compute power because I have a Google Workspace account, so I'm not sure how much of like that. What's is there like a free tier I'm using, or is there something that just like Google Workspace also comes with more storage space in Drive, so I don't know. There might be some extra features, or it could just be free tier. So I'm not even really sure. Friendly and geeks, welcome in. Right now, yes, you can. Yes, yes, yes. You have access. Do whatever you want to do with all my personal data. Jeez. Um, right now, I am working on the practical deep learning for coders material, which is that's course.fast.ai. I've already watched the first lesson, and I am reading the first chapter of the book that basically correlates with the course. So today, right now, I just had to set up everything, all my Jupyter notebooks through Google Colab so that I can run my model training a lot better than running it personally on my laptop. I thought I could get away with doing like the first few examples on my laptop, but yeah, it was making my computer choke yesterday, especially since I'm live streaming at the same time. So that's what I'm working on right now. So this example starts with an image classifier. Um, so yeah, and then this is my little timer up top for my working sessions. I guess like can I not show view? Don't need to see the bookmarks. Okay, so I guess that's done. That one's done. So we're gonna go down to where I left off, which is training the dog and cat classifier. Some goals I have for my AI journey right now. Um, mm, 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 mm. So these are some of the goals I'm working on right now. I definitely want to be more. Uh, I want to be like more expert, feel more expert with Python as a language because it's not the first language I've learned, but it's the one that I'm trying to specialize in alongside JavaScript. And then I do want to contribute to some type of open source project, even if it just ends up being my own. But I don't know. Depends on how I feel about the projects I work on throughout this. But otherwise, I plan on trying to find some type of way to contribute to either an open source model or a framework or a library. And then a personal goal I have is to build out a little hub in Notion, which is like resources and stuff for folks. But I'm focused primarily on NLP. So I do have one goal of feeling comfortable to implement a research paper after my 100 days. And then I have some projects. I have a couple project ideas. So um, my main project that I want to build right now is an AI stream assistant or AI stream partner that can respond to me as well as chat, help me with coding and debugging and whatnot, and also maybe have a little bit of personality as much as a bot can have. Just finished Python. Yeah, I've used Python, but I the main languages that I started out with was Java and JavaScript. So um, I wasn't really a fan of Python back in the day. I do like it a lot more now. Um, and a lot more of my students, I teach more Python nowadays too. So I like it as a language for sure. I think it's really awesome. But if you want to get into AI and machine learning, like, is one of the main languages. Probably I would say the main language. You could say R as well, but not as many people know R. A lot of people know Python. Preacher, are you trying to read more papers or implementing some papers? I think my GitHub links is in the Twitch profile, by the way, if you want to follow my GitHub. But yes, I appreciate that. Um, See, I'm not as familiar with like hardware. So ARM architecture though, is that like who has the ARM architecture? Mm, 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 mm. Presenting works. Oh, fancy. Okay, so on the flip side, Intel. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna say like I'm not even I'm not even at that point of like considering whatever different architectures for training or anything like that. Uh, Whatever works. Um, so for me, like the stack and the specific like technical side of things that I'm working on is more so like I said, natural language processing. So different use cases for that. I primarily focus more in education, so that's something I'm interested in, like using NLP for coding education and making it more accessible. Um, and then I was gonna say, like I would say I'm not gonna try to train on this laptop, for example, which is this is an Intel Mac. I probably could get away with a little bit of it, but I also do a lot of stuff on live streaming, so I'm using whatever default machines they have in Google Cloud right now for collabs. Node.js. Cloud Linux. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I would think so. Um, but yeah, that's another interesting aspect. Like, I'll say for me, and then I have a business partner. Like, the two of us, we're kind of on opposite ends. So me, when I think about it, I'm more so interested in like, what is the transformer models and like the algorithms. And like use cases and training, and he's more of a hardware person. So yeah, he usually brings up more conversations around that. We have a show that we're running right now, because we have an organization called trainx.ai that we started back in like 2017. But we have a show that we run right now every, I think it's the fourth Thursdays of the month. um So he usually always brings up stuff about hardware. I'm the person that's like, okay, do you know why like like what are large language models and like all the, that I guess more the software. It's not really software, but yeah, more of the model side, more of the training and coding and um the subject matter there. So I'm always like happy to learn more about hardware, because that's not really been my area of focus. Even as a software engineer, like I never really did a lot of like SRE or DevOps or like tools work. Yeah, our show is called Train Next though. It's live every Thursday here on Twitch. Well, not every Thursday. I made that up. I'm live here every Thursday on Twitch for different shows, but that show is two time. It's once a month. So the next episode will be the week after next. But there's some episodes in the VODs. I have to see Twitch. I have to I'm working on publishing all of the audio episodes. Can I have this tab, please? I'm working on publishing all the audio episodes, across all the platforms and whatnot. So that is coming soon, but that's the Train X show. So, oh, I should make a playlist, shouldn't I? Can I do that? Is that a thing that like they will let me do on here? Recent broadcasts. Hacking with the homies. Here's the first episode of the Train X podcast. Okay, y'all, this is like a real quick thing. Can I make playlists on here? I don't know. Because I know I can have collections, but I forget how that whole thing works because I haven't used it in so long. I should be able to. I've been trying to clean up a lot of how my everything is organized, so I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna put that on my list. That's what I was saying. Like that's the kind of stuff I feel like I'm gonna work on after I get done with stream tonight, because I kind of have some energy in me to see Twitch podcast list. But yeah, for Train Next, I would recommend you to YouTube, but that's the only one that doesn't have YouTube yet. All the other shows go to a YouTube channel as well. So, um, the Crawl Walk Run show goes to my YouTube channel. The Girl Develop It show goes to the Girl Develop It YouTube. The Hacking with the Homies show goes to that YouTube channel. But Train X, we need to set up. Um, we do need to set up our YouTube there. But I always live stream all the shows on here. I live stream all the shows here, and I live stream all the shows on LinkedIn for people who follow me on LinkedIn. So by the end of this month, I should have a lot more of it all organized and then have it all published out to like the regular podcast platforms. I don't have to download my VODs from Twitch to YouTube because I live stream to both at the same time. It's just that the Train X show doesn't have a YouTube channel. And I don't have to download them from there either because I don't the way I stream the live shows, I already have recordings of them. I get local recordings. Don't worry, I definitely know all about VODs. I know all about VODs. The reason why I mainly do live stream to Twitch and LinkedIn though is because just for people who just, a lot of people, they follow me, they want to catch that type of stuff, but I'm not trying to make it hard for people. So it goes to all the other places, but for people who follow me here on Twitch, like y'all just gonna show up and watch the stream and that's okay. But when I publish them to like the podcast platforms, then I would definitely share those because I'm making sites for all of the podcasts. So you can have show notes, transcriptions, all that. And like I said, for all the other shows, they automatically go to YouTube. The only one that doesn't automatically go to YouTube right now is Train X, and that's only because we don't have YouTube for Train X. We just kind of revived it. So that's a work in progress. But even my live streams right now, my 100 Days of Code, those are all on my coding YouTube channel. So I'm live on YouTube as well. I'm getting my YouTube game up, y'all. Okay, I did all the other parts. So I need to let this model train. This is what I was working on yesterday. But the thing is, it was definitely making my computer choke. So I stopped the training like halfway through. So I want to give this a chance to load, but I also downloaded my own image to use as to test the output. So they have a sample image for us. Excuse me. They have a sample image provided for us, although I'm now wondering if this I think this is not gonna work, but that's okay. I'll link this to an image because the way this is set up right now, there is no images inside of that. Or is it? No, it's using the whole. That's not right. Yeah, that's not right. That's not right. Um, well, thank you for hanging out, friendly and geeks. Yeah, friendly and geeks. Okay. Oh, thank you for the YouTube follows, y'all. I'm working on it. I swear I'm working on it. So it's the like I don't really post a lot of gaming stuff no more, but that one is up there. But it's the coding YouTube. So y'all can see the stuff and I'm working on it. So there's more like, more produced videos I want to work on, but I kind of got tired of taking forever to put anything out just because live content works best for me right now. Edited stuff takes more time, effort, and energy. So and I already do live, I do a lot of live stuff. So I'm starting with that, but I'm definitely I'm going to post some more videos that are like, you know, more specific, more produced, more of that. But I've been trying to organize the channel out so that it makes sense. My issue with this collab right now is this is not my repository that I'm supposed to be working from. And at the top of this, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's what I thought it was. So I want to go back to this one and see if what happens if I open it this way. Yeah, see, that's what I was expecting to see. My own repository. So then the main problem is going to be that I have to put that image somewhere. It's so funny, even with the YouTube thing, because on Monday when I started day one, I was like, okay, I wanted to go live to YouTube at the same time. And it was my first time doing them through Streamlabs OBS because with the podcast, I do all of those live streams through StreamYard. So it makes it really easy for me to go live literally everywhere through StreamYard. But with Streamlabs OBS, I still wanted to use, all my overlays and everything the way I would normally run my live codes. So I got that set up with Streamlabs OBS, but then for some reason it was still attached to my like the gaming channel. So when I thought I wasn't going live, I actually was going live, but I was at the wrong I was on the wrong channel. So I ended up rebroadcasting the day one on YouTube just so it would be in the history as well. And then ever since day two, it goes live on YouTube and Twitch. I wonder where would I see other notebooks that I've run in the past. So this is only for ones I own. And it's specifically looking at collab stuff. Basic test class. What is this one? And this is the one from the crawl, walk, run talk that I did like 3 years ago now. This one does just teach you basic stuff about machine learning concepts, and it does linear regression, a linear regression example for housing data. This is a scaled down version of what they do in the Google machine learning crash course, like one of the first examples from that. I did this as a part of a talk, so this is that's one I want to go back and put some work into. Okay, that ran. Let's run this one. I'm still gonna have an issue with that image. And then before my 25 is up, let me start this training. It shouldn't take 5 minutes to train. Um, so yeah, I'll give this. Okay, I'm kind of on break, kind of on break. So while that's running and while my 5 minutes is going, I guess I closed them all. So I did make one change. So y'all see, I'm live on here as well. So I did make one update to the channel today, which is I think I said I was gonna do this. I can't see. I think I said I was gonna do this yesterday. So I did actually follow through. Um Here's 100 Days of Code right here. So it has a dedicated playlist on the main page. So this is where you can catch the crawl, walk, run show after the fact until it gets published to, like Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that. This is the combined playlist. The only thing it's missing is Train X, but this is a combined playlist. So all those four shows that I do like every Thursday, I'm kind of curating them in a order that makes sense. So I have like a method to the madness, y'all. So it's like it's probably where I'm like, okay, I'm running four like unique shows. But they all are definitely interwoven into each other. So if you'll see I just have to get Train Next integrated into this and then I'll be happy with how it goes. Then I'll clean up the playlist some and I'm gonna make this an actual podcast playlist because these are all like definitely dedicated podcast shows. So you don't really need to see anything that's on. But yeah. And then these talks here, these are just like I tried to put a combination of things that I off the top of my head that I have like done outside of my own channels. So we did some shows on the Plural Site live streams back in what was that last month? And then this is something I did for Girl Develop It recently. And then these are some talks from the Hacking with the Homies conference. So I'm working on it. And then, like I said before, if you didn't see, I put this ML AI videos I recommend at the bottom here. So this first playlist that I created is one because I'm trying to learn about the um, transformer models and how those work. Like that's just something I'm super interested in right now. So all the videos I find I kind of put them under there, but everything else here is like the actual original playlist. So the practical deep learning for coders, these are the lessons I'm following right now. AI essentials from IBM because their channel is so slept on. Y'all need to really like they got some good stuff on on their channel across the board. And then this is another class that I'm paying attention to. It's the MIT Deep Learning. And they should be finishing up this 2023 run of the class right now. They were coming to their last week the last time, like sometime earlier this week. I remember seeing that they were coming to their last day, their last lecture. So all the material is there if you want to look for other types of resources. So I don't know, I'm trying to kind of like take a different approach to how I develop out this homepage. So and I'll probably start using the community tab and stuff more, but I'm like a hardcore YouTube person, y'all. So that's why you'll usually see me like I'm trying to finally actually invest in my YouTube channel, but I'm really like I literally watch YouTube all day for entertainment, for information, for education, like everything. Um so I know people usually do something different with their home pages, but I'm trying to be creative cuz this is really this I want, everything that I'm doing to be a resource for other people. So I'm trying to organize it a way that makes sense. All right, I'm almost done with this break. So, oh, it's still training. Well, while it's training, I think I can read ahead. Yeah, you can give me notifications. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Thank you for the alert, Breacha. I'm gonna start another round. Also, I guess technically my birthday is not until 4:47 a.m., but I completely missed the part where it became the 14th. But I was born at 4:47, so theoretically, I still have like 3 more hours. All right, so let me let that finish. Where did I leave off on my notes? Okay, let me read about this example. So they are calling in the Oxford IIIT pet dataset. Has 7,000 images of cats and dogs across 37 breeds. And it is a part of the FastAI datasets collection. So it's going to be downloaded and then extracted. Okay, so from fastai.vision, I want to see what this is. So let's follow FastAI material while I'm going through here. So they should have something about data sets, right? Data loaders. What about external data? It says any of the to download any of the data sets or pre-trained weights. You could do that, but okay, here's the data sets. A complete list of data sets that are available by default inside the library. Can I to the right and then put this here? Okay. Wait, what's the shortcut for that? I'll look at it later. A complete list of data sets that are available by default. Adult sample, small. See, like even with documentation, that's a good place to start with contributions. And this is like, these are kind of some examples where it can help me get just like a step in as far as starting to make some contributions. We literally just talked about this recently when we did our I was showing, I think we talked about in the crawl walk run plus plus playlist, there's a show where we were talking about starting with open source, using open source to like grow your career and everything. And that was one of the things we are talking about, like, yeah, you can start with documentation as your initial like PRs, but also a lot of people I don't know. It seems like a lot of people don't feel like documentation is like as rewarding um when you're trying to contribute to open source, but it is definitely a easy, like not easy, but it's a good way to get everything you need probably set up and go through the whole workflow. And also it's helpful. I mean, I'm just one of those people that's like documentation matters, but I don't know, not all software folks prioritize documentation. But I think like if I see some stuff as I go along, those will be good opportunities to just start making some contributions. 'Can I move my widget to another window or no? Let me see something. Move it here, go back here, move it there. Yeah, that works. 60,000 32 by 32 color images. 6,000 images per class. Object detection. Human numbers and text. Sentiment analysis for IMDb. MNIST is always one. So the one that we are do, 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 do. I'm trying to see. Oxford IIT pet data set. Images of cats and dogs from 37 breeds. Maybe this one, because I don't see anything calling out specifically to that data set. 7349. Command F. Hello. Okay, let's actually click the link then. It doesn't go to fastai like I thought it would. It's going to the original data set, I think. Did I specify it somewhere else? Mm-mm. Oh, here it is. Pets. A 37 category pet data set with roughly 200 images for each class. So it's literally called pets. So I saw urls.pets. So those are all the data sets. So then URLs, global constants for dataset and model URLs. The default local path is at .fastai/archive. URL equals urls.pets. Okay, so now path equals untar data, and then, oh, they literally use that one as their example. URLs.pets, and then path.ls just lists out where they live. So that is enough right there. Just these two is enough to import the data set and save the images. Then the next thing is a pre-trained model that has already been trained on 1.3 million images using a competition winning model. So that's what gets downloaded. Then the model gets fine-tuned to create a model that is specially customized for recognizing dogs and cats. So data loaders from name function, we give the path to all the images, get image path files. This one is actually just determining if the image is a dog, I mean is a cat or not. That's it. It's not actually classifying dogs. And the function is cat. So true or false if it is a cat or not. And I think this is resizing the images to 224 by 224. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is for. And it has this vision learner function. Takes the data loaders. Okay, then it uses ResNet 34, and the error rate is what it's going to be assessing as well. I think when you see it, it'll give the output for the error rate. And then learn.fine tune. So this is the model training all through here. You'll probably not see the same examples or the same results that are in the book. It's not going to be exactly the same, but it should still have like a similar error rate to whatever they got when they were doing the training example originally. Yeah, so here's a tip, but it's like coming up with ways to make the most of your time. Like keep reading while your model trains, or have another notebook for experiments. So that's, for me, like digging into the documentation as we go along for whichever tools, it's a good time to do that. So I kind of see most of these. Fastai.vision.all. I want to know what this is. Okay, so while it's training, go back to the main page. So I want to know this fastai.vision.all. Let's see quick start, what the quick start looks like. So vision.all, text.all, fastai.collab, fastai.tabular.all. The standard workflow, is let's see, fastai. So main steps you take are to create a data loader, and then you create a learner, call a fit method, Make predictions or view results. Okay. I still got a little bit of time because it's like only 80% done. So I'm interested in seeing where these are coming from in particular, these different modules or what they correspond to. Just gonna kind of poke around. Here's vision. So the first one is fastai.vision.all. Let's go to core vision. What about vision data? So this is essentially the quick start is essentially lesson one. So that's helpful. It's good. Um I don't know what they was training on. That only took 12 minutes or 14. I'm assuming that's minutes. I know that's not seconds. It could be though. Alrighty. So Okay, so this is a good, maybe this is a better place to be because it's showing. Okay, each high level API. This is, oh, okay. Okay. Because this is what I was looking for. I wanted to see some reference to that import. It's the same example though. I wish there was a little more correlation between the documentation so it'll be easier. Like, give me a reference to, you know, what these modules are, so it's like easier to go and dig deeper in, because I'm like assuming that's gonna be under vision, right? Widgets, utils, models, core vision, data vision. So like if you start at core vision, I don't think in here I saw any references to the fastai.vision module. Right, so then I'm just trying to kind of, I'm just trying to look and see, kind of get some descriptions of some of these features without, I like to try to rely on I do like to try to rely on the documentation as much as I can to get used to it. The data block API, mid-level data in vision. Okay, here's the same mid-tier data API. Okay. That's the only reference. Well, let's look at the data loaders. Go back to the quick start. Okay, data loaders is first. Trying to see what that TDL is. Transformation data later. I can't even talk. Transformation data later. Date. What the heck? Data loader. I can't even say it. It's like a tongue twister. Transformation data loader. I think that's what that's for. TFMDDL. Okay. This training is taking a while. It's gonna be running for a minute, I think. All right, let me take my break. What time is it? It's 1:30. Okay, it's about the time I normally, not normally, so far, this is about the time I have usually gotten done for the night. So I'm going to leave this training and let it train for as long as it needs to. Hopefully it won't take all night, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I have some stuff I'm gonna work on. Let me write myself some notes. That's so weird. It sounds like I thought that was rustling in my background so loud. All right, I'm gonna leave myself right here for tonight. Let me see. What else do I have open? I did my log. Was it anything else I left in limbo with GitHub? I almost closed my collab with my training running. Oh, I wonder if this is slowing it down too. It's not even connected though. Okay. So I'll minimize those. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm trying to find the one I'm in. Oh, here it is. Okay. I was gonna do one thing. I can just check my GitHub page. Instead of this one, let's put the fastai in here. Okay. All right, I feel good about that. So I'll go ahead and call it a night. I will be back later today, because of course it's already past midnight. So I'll be back later today, and I haven't decided what kind of non-work thing I can do for my birthday, but I will be live streaming, for the 100 Days of Code as well. But I don't know if I'll play a game or do something like that, just to actually do something fun. So we'll see. But whatever it is, I will be looking forward to signing back on. But in the meantime, have a good evening, everybody.